I'm Grace Herbold, and we're going to talk about the FreeMotion equipment today. So we're going to focus on the lower body equipment. The good thing about FreeMotion is that it's cable based, so you're constantly going to be feeling resistance, and you can break it up into single leg exercises so you're not just working both at the same time, in which the stronger side might overcompensate. So the first one we'll start off with is the step up machine. To adjust the step, there's a little knob right here, and you pull it out and it can either go really low or really high. Right about here is a good place to start. Weight is an option, but you don't have to use it. So you can either step up without weight, coming up and down, or you can add weight to the equation. So always check the weight to make sure that it's at a weight that's gonna work for you. Bend your knees when you're picking up the weight. And then just make sure that you keep a neutral back, and we're gonna step up and down. So you can alternate legs or you can stay on the same side. Just make sure you do both sides equally. Another option is to go sideways. So you keep the shoulders and hips square, and then you step up and then back down. Up and then back down. And just like the other side, make sure you do both sides equally. This is the FreeMotion squat machine. So if you take a look over here at these notches, the pin has to lock into the notch to make sure that it doesn't zip through. So you're gonna come and keep your back on the line here. You'll hold the lever down and then walk out. Release the lever and let it lock. You want to make sure the knees aren't going past the toes, so the feet have to be up on the angle. And then you'll start from the bottom. Come down and up. If you don't lock it low enough, you won't go through the full squat, so you need to make sure that it's low. Another cool thing you can do to get out of it, you'll have to hold the lock down, make sure the plates are stacked, and then release it. Another thing you can do on this machine is go single leg at a time. So once again, hold the lever down, walk out, let it lock, and then bring one leg back, and then you got a single leg squat. So I'm really focusing on this leg and all the work's being done. Stack it and then release it. And that's your leg press machine. So this is a FreeMotion machine that will work the front of your leg. Each FreeMotion machine has different pictures that will give you ideas of stuff to do. It's not every exercise that you can do on the machine, but it's a good example of different things to do. With the quad machine, I like to put a weight down on the ground, so when you do the exercise, your foot doesn't hit the ground as you go through. You're actually gonna face away from the machine on this one. The foot goes in the saddle. These bars are gonna be here just for support and balance. You wanna not rely too much on them, but they're there if you need them. And the first thing we're gonna do is a straight leg, straight through. So I'm working the quads and I'm also working the hips. So nice and controlled, and I wanna make sure it's controlled on the way back as well, so the plates don't slam. And eventually you wanna build up to where you can do it, just balancing. Another exercise you can do to isolate that quadricep muscle is just bend at the knee. So you kind of just choose which joint you're gonna move at and isolate that muscle. Core is gonna be in tight, so you're also working the core. This is the FreeMotion hamstring machine, so it's gonna work the back of your leg. There's all kinds of angles you can work at from this. The key is you wanna put your toe in first, and then let that heel rest in the saddle. So you can come out here and do a straight leg back. You can go out to the side, and you can also do a hamstring curl. So there's all different angles you can move at. So if you're looking for a different option to train your lower body and you're kind of sick of just doing body weight squats, try out the FreeMotion equipment. If you need help with any exercises or machines, just come stop by the wellness desk and ask one of the coaches.